And welcome back. I'm Dylan Black. It's a brand new play. It is called Getting to Room Temperature, and it opens tonight. How exciting is that? At the Gladstone with us right now, writer and director of Getting to Room Temperature, Arthur Milner. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good to see you here. And we also have the incredible actor Robert Bockstael with us as well. Nice to see you, Robert.
Dylan, great to be here.
Great to have you on the show. First of all, Arthur, how many plays at this point have you either directed, written, been a part of? A lot is the answer.
Well, that's many categories, but I'd say I've written about 20, directed 10, been a part of hundreds.
Hundreds and hundreds. Okay.
I've written about 20 plays.
That's pretty exciting. So this is the new one?
It's the newest.
Newest.
The newest one.
It's been going for a couple of years, right?
It opened at the Undercurrents Festival here in Ottawa 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it's been playing on and off across the country since then, so we brought it back to Ottawa.
Okay, awesome. So, Robert, I got to ask you as well. So you're pretty well known when it comes to the acting world. You have been a part of many different television productions and movies. How many pieces of work do you think you've been a part of at this point?
Oh dear, I don't know. I'd have to count. Somebody's reported it on my IMDb page. I don't put it up there. Someone does.
But it's cool.
Pretty long.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 33, 34 years.
Okay.
And it's really all I've ever done.
That's exceptional.
So I started off in theater, and then after about 16 or 17 years of just doing theater across the country, starting here, I ended up doing film and television for a long time.
Okay.
And now that I'm back in Ottawa, I'm not doing film and television anymore because there's not a lot of it that goes on here.
Yeah.
And so I'm back on the stage after a 20-year absence, and it's very exciting.
That's exceptional. So how did you two come to be then, to get this collaboration going? Because you've been friends for quite a while.
Yeah, and we've stayed in touch over the years. And then Robert moved back to Ottawa when I was in the process of writing this play. At one point he asked me whether I was working on something. I said, yeah, could he read it? He asked, I sent it to him, but I said, if you read this play, you're going to have to perform it. Mm-hmm. And here we are today.
Okay. Arthur, this is a pretty important play. So tell us, it's a serious topic, but we still have some fun with it.
It's based on the true story of my mother's death and her polite quest for assisted dying in that time. It kind of starts off in my head with a visit to the doctor with her when she said, doctor, I would like to die, can you help me? And the doctor said, no, and don't ask me again. So I thought, you know, I admire my mother, and I thought this is a pretty important story. The country's in the middle of a discussion of assisted dying, and I set myself to write the play, which is really based on the my mother's and my experiences. Mm-hmm. And a lot of funny things happened, which is why it's funny.
Okay. And Robert, so no pressure, but you're actually playing Arthur in this?
No pressure at all. I'm playing Arthur. I've known him for 38 years. I was at his 29th birthday party, I think, or 30th birthday.
A couple of years ago?
Yeah, it's a few years back. Yeah. And it's an honor to step into his shoes as much as possible. Arthur was a colleague, a mentor, a compatriot for so long, and a good friend. And knowing him as well as I do, and having known his mother, Rose, and his father, that really adds a real special element to it for me as a performer.
Do I understand correctly? You're the only person in this play as well, so it's a one-person show.
It is indeed a one-person show, the only one I've ever done in my life, and it's been a remarkable learning curve.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does it take then to perfect this character and all the lines, and just to have basically it all on you for a complete hour and then some?
Well, the lines, that took me several months of working every day. I had never done anything like it before, so I had to kind of make up my own process. It was just hard work. The learning part of it, I'm still learning. It's an interesting experience every time I go out to do this play, because it's direct address to the audience, and I I receive an energy from them as well, and there's a conversation that goes on in a way with responses and whatnot. And that will judge how the kind of the energy and the rhythms and stuff change in the course of the play. So it's a slightly different every time, but the lines are the same.
Okay, Arthur. Obviously, I mean it's a difficult subject, and how has the audience's responses been over the past couple of years? Different showings.
Generally, it's been great. I mean, I'd say every show, the audience, we do a talk back after the show, invite the audience to stay. A very high proportion of them stay, and they really talk about how much the play means to them. It's kind of everyone's story. You know, these days everybody knows someone who's lived into their 90s. And we know that it's not a tragedy when someone who lives in their 90s die. It doesn't have to be a sad story. And in a way, I think that's what people learn from this.
Okay. And it kicks off tonight, which is very impressive.
Yeah.
So you're excited. You're here, good to go.
We're very excited. Big opening night.
It's fantastic. You know what? What's really interesting too is that we're at the Gladstone Theatre on Preston, which used to be the Great Canadian Theatre Company, which Arthur built.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
so
is.
It's like going home.
And it's the last place that I ever performed on stage before this. So it's a really cool evening.
Well, there you go. Getting to Room Temperature opens up tonight, going till the 13th. Arthur and Robert, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Best. And of course, the ticket information, thegladstone.ca. More daytime coming up. The Ottawa School of Art joins us next. Don't go anywhere, please.